Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. In today's video we'll be discussing the latest news going on in Israel. A lot of big things happening that could place countries in war with Israel in the next few days. So let's start off right now. First off, we're not starting in the Middle East, we're starting in Africa, Algeria. Algeria's parliament unanimously, 100% of the vote, has agreed to allow their president to declare war on Israel at any time he wants to and to send arms to the Palestinians. He may be talking about the Palestinians in the West Bank, Hamas in Gaza, however that would be very difficult to do, or Hamas in Lebanon. And they're all Hamas in Lebanon as far as we know, because today, early on in the day, a rocket attack near the city in the city of Kiryat Shmona, Hamas claimed responsibility. Hamas boasted about launching the rocket attack on the Israeli city from Lebanon. So that is important to note. Also, another thing, it's not only about Algeria sending these weapons or sending troops in. I believe they're going to send weapons and they may contact Lebanon to do it. Flying would be the obvious way. Shipping it would just not work out that well for them. They may also have Egypt, Jordan, or Syria help them out with it. However, that wouldn't, in my opinion, just looking on it, that would not be as easy as just having Lebanon do it for them. Also, Iran has backed up Hezbollah with 6,000 of a new militia. This militia has been around, I believe, for quite some time. However, this is the first time I've heard about it. It's Iranian militia, and they have sent 6,000 of these militia into Lebanon to help with Hezbollah. Everything is pointing to an attack by Iran from Lebanon. Obviously, we know that Hezbollah is controlled by Iran. We all know that. We know that this Iranian-backed militia obviously is controlled by Iran, and Hamas is Iranian, basically militia as well. Also, according to some reports that U.S. officials are worried about Wagner, the Russian PMC that gained very much fame in the Battle of Bakhmut in Ukraine and other battles in the Russian-Ukrainian ongoing conflict, will be providing Hezbollah with air defense systems and maybe, just maybe, training Hezbollah. So obviously, if this happens, this is Russia directly going against Israel, obviously doing what Iran's doing instead of using what they call militia, using a PMC. We don't know this to be factual. I don't think it would be full-fetched. However, I wouldn't just go on saying this will happen. It is a concern of the United States, and the United States is monitoring Wagner's and Hezbollah's calls, which in conversations, basically meaning they're having them. Also, with the tensions between Russia and Israel, I've said this from the very beginning, Russia's not a friend of Israel. With the tensions between Russia and Israel growing greater and greater every single day, Israel has now basically stopped warning the Russians of an attack in Syria. Basically, the Russians gave the Israelis a long time ago permission to attack the Iranian stuff they wanted to attack in Syria, as long as they gave the Russians a heads up, because Russian troops sometimes were stationed close to those areas. Israel has stopped giving the Russians a heads up, and this could spiral out of control. Again, Israel and Russia's relations are growing apart, and they are growing worse and worse every single day. So with Israel doing this, all you need is a couple Russian soldiers to be killed because they were not given the heads up by a missile attack. Then it could really spiral out of control from there very fast and very easily. Now, moving on to Gaza. So first off, Israel has made some gains in the southern part. Little gains, but they're all gains, so we'll update the map as soon as possible. Also, the Israeli forces have reached the sea and basically completed their march this way. So we will take Hamas from there because they are no longer there, and if they are, they're in some underground tunnels. The Israeli soldiers are also making advancements over here and over here, and there have been recorded videos by Hamas of ambushing the Israelis, and they were ambushing tanks. This is very fierce clashing going on. As I said, the Israelis pretty much had an easy job going in the areas that Hamas really wasn't at, because it was not an urban environment, wasn't good for Hamas. But now we are seeing videos emerging of Hamas ambushing Israeli tanks, and even though the Israelis, in my opinion, 100% will win this, it may come at a high cost. Also, we talked about this yesterday. A U.S. drone was spotted flying over Gaza to locate hostages. That's what the report said. So that is another involvement of the United States in this conflict. And this thing, again, could spiral out of control. Hopefully it does not. So that's basically all the news coming from Israel as of right now. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts down below. Like this video. Catch you guys on the next video. Again, YouTube, I do not condone violence, killing of any kind. I'm simply reporting on what's going on in this unfortunate conflict. Bye.